Welcome. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. Coach, how are you?
Doing well, Kristen. Thank you.
Good. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure. My name's Kyle Mickles. I'm the head baseball coach here at Chisholm Trail, and it's my first year here at CT, and loving every second of it.
How many years have you been coaching altogether?
This is my 8th year total. For 7 years, I was the pitching coach at Richland High School, about 10 minutes down the road, and I also coached wide receivers and running backs in football.
Okay. And I understand you have a little bit of experience as a player as well, correct?
I do. I was a pitcher. I played 5 years in college, 1 year at Hill College here, about an hour south of here, then 1 year at Southern University, and 3 years at Louisiana Lafayette. My experience at Louisiana Lafayette is really where I draw most of my coaching knowledge from. I had one of the best college coaches in America named Tony Robichaux, and he taught me a lot, not just about baseball, but about being a man and what it means to really be a competitor, and I'm trying to share that same information with these guys.
That's great. Well, introduce us to your guys.
Sure. This is senior infielder Christian Lomas, senior catcher Reese Jones, and senior first baseman and pitcher Josh Garza.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, tell us a little bit about your season. We'll start with you, Christian.
It's been kind of a roller coaster, up and down. It's pretty fun. Hoping to make playoffs now.
Okay. And you, Reese?
I'm thinking about the same thing, just up and down. You never know, but looking forward to making playoffs this year.
Okay. You?
Mine, it's been really good, good starts, everything's been good, but things can go better, always can go better, you can always work on things, but it's just going pretty good, pretty smooth right now.
Now, I understand you guys are in contention for a playoff spot, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and first step is beating Aledo again tomorrow, right?
Just ma'am at our place.
Okay, so tell us what you have to do to secure that win tomorrow. You want to start?
We're going to have lights out pitching, and we're going to have to hit the ball.
Okay, what do you think, Reese?
Yeah, just make sure to be solid on the defense and offense. Make sure we're hitting the ball well.
Okay.
Yeah, just have to take the ball.
Okay, and then next step would be Azel, right? So if you guys can get past that, then we got that playoff spot. What do you guys feel like you have to work on as a team or individually to go deep into the playoffs if, in fact, you guys do make it? No, sir.
I feel like we got to get more connected, like our bats got to come together as well as our offense, because right now we're having off days. Our offense might be good, but our defense might be bad. So right now, if we can just connect those together, we'd be pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think we have pieces here and there, but if we just all come together with our hitting specifically, if we just work together as a team, I feel like we could go deep.
Okay.
We just need to be a little better. We need a little more timely hitting. Like, we have the runners on. It's just when we need the hit, we don't get it. So we just need a little bit. We need the timely hits.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys make it. That would be awesome. Especially senior year, right? You are all seniors?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, fourth year in the baseball program here at Chisholm, and Coach Mickles' first year. Tell us a little bit about Coach Mickles and how you guys see him as a player.
Well, I'm going to start off from the beginning. This summer, I got a phone call, and I knew our coach we've had for 3 years was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a big, just adapting to another coach. It was going to be big, I knew it. But we talked for like an hour, and I didn't even know the man. So he told me how he wanted to, what he wanted to do with the program, and shared everything he wants us to become, and how to be men, and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't that hard actually adapting to his style, and he's a pretty good coach. He taught me a lot of stuff pitching wise. I wouldn't be where I am right now pitching wise without him in the classroom.
Nice. What about you, Reese?
When he came in, Coach, he was really energetic and really excited about this new season with us. I feel like he's created like a better leadership for the team, bringing us together more, like the Wolfpack mentality and everything that he's brought to the team. He's a great leader for our team. He's helping us all out in many different ways.
Okay. Christian, tell us a little bit about that Wolfpack mentality.
Really brought in day one. We've all followed it from there. We brought it from Richland, but we've all adapted pretty well to it.
Explain it. What does it mean?
Wolfpack is like we all fight for each other. Like, if one fails, the person behind us gets it. We just attack the buffalo together, we take it down together. So if one of us fails, the person behind us got it. And that's really how it goes.
Well, Coach, tell us where you coined that phrase from.
It actually started when I was in college at Louisiana Lafayette, and the idea of the wolf pack is individually a wolf by itself isn't the strongest or toughest animal. A one wolf by himself would probably be destroyed pretty quickly, but by a buffalo. But if you take 10 of them, if you take 15 of them, they're going to take down that buffalo, and it's not always going to be easy. They're going to. If you've ever watched wolves attack, sometimes they'll have some that'll go for the legs, some will go for the back, some will go for the neck, and they take their time and they work together to be able to accomplish their mission. And if they don't succeed, then they starve. And so the whole idea is, individually, we might not have these big star, major league type talented players, but together, if we play together and do all phases of the game together and trust in each other to do our job, then we can be very successful. And the games where we've won this year, you see that we really have been able to be a true Wolfpack. And in games where we've lost, we've lost some of that Wolfpack mentality. So it's still an everyday progression. We're continuing to work on it, continue to get better. And what it does more than anything, I hope, is that it takes pressure off of each individual, knowing that my brother's got my back.
Right.
That if I come up and I miss, then he's going to be right behind me attacking the buffalo. And that whole mentality is what we have to be successful here.
Nice. Well, that's a very interesting point of view, and it seems to be working well. You guys are doing really well so far this year. So you want to tell us a little bit about the season from your perspective?
Sure, and kind of like the guys alluded to, there's been some ups and downs. Right now we're 15-15 overall and 6-6 in district. So we've been a 500 ball club really for the whole year. In games where we haven't won, it's usually come down to us not being able to get a big hit when we need it. Pitching's been pretty good for the most part. There's been games here or there where we haven't had the pitching, but that's a normal thing. Our defense has really been outstanding of late. Really, since district started, we've got a very high fielding percentage, and I think our defense has been able to keep us in games where we weren't scoring as many runs and where maybe our pitching wasn't as good as it needed to be. We have not yet played our best baseball, and that part's kind of discouraging, but it's also exciting knowing that we have these 2 big games left, and we have every opportunity to really put it all together, play great baseball, get into the playoffs, and then go into the playoffs with good momentum. So our goal right now, 100%, is to make the playoffs, and that's all we're talking about. We talk about winning playoffs. We talk about having a greater goal of being a state championship program. Those things are discussed here. We don't hide from those kind of conversations. We talk about it. We're very open about it.
Absolutely.
And these guys have bought into it. They believe in it. They know that we're not the most talented team in our district, but we're in the mix right now because of their attitudes and how they've gone about working out their game, about their business, and how they care about their teammates.
Right, and it sounds like you just set that bar and they know exactly where it is.
There's no question.
That's awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about next year and some of your up-and-coming athletes.
We're starting mostly seniors. We have Matt Powell's a junior second baseman that really probably started off the year as maybe a JV guy, and he's become a starter for us. Brendan Woods is a guy that can play all 9 positions on the field. Right now, he's our best hitter in district, hitting .360. Landon Bell's a center fielder pitcher. That's a junior that's played well in our leadoff spot. And then we have some guys like Pedro Puente, Caleb Torres, guys who have contributed off the bench for us. So there's a good core base. Our junior varsity program right now is in 2nd place in district.
Nice.
They are, I believe, 8-4. So they're doing very well as well, and the future's very bright here.
Okay. And how do you feel that these young men have contributed to that mentality, and then the underclassmen, up-and-comers? You want to just talk about?
Well, I think like in any program, the younger guys are always going to look to the older guys to see, all right, how is it? What is the standard? How are things going to be? And I think these guys have done a great job. They take care of their business in the classroom. This senior class has very little to no discipline issues. I think they've done a great job in cultivating an image of what we want a baseball player at this school to be. And those younger guys see that and they understand that. They know what the expectation is, and they know that there's really no wiggle room on it. There's a hard line.
Created the mold.
There's a hard line in the sand, and you're on one side or you're on the other. And so these guys have done a great job, especially in the first year. And anytime there's a head coaching change, it's always going to be the hardest on the seniors because they've been so used to something for 3 years. They expect it's going to be that same way for their 4th year, and then they're brand new again, like being a freshman all over again. And so, but they've done a great job buying in, and they've all done a really good job of trying to get those younger guys to understand exactly what we want this thing to be.
Okay. And since you guys are all seniors, any of you have plans to go to college?
As of right now, I have 2 offers, but I might commit one of these upcoming weeks.
I always like to ask my senior athletes, how do you guys feel athletics has helped prepare you for the next phase in your life, college or career, whatever you guys, the plans are for you guys? You want to start, Christian?
Yeah, it taught us lots of discipline, like just a brotherhood, really. Like it taught us be on time,
Mm-hmm.
like work. If you want to be good at something, you got to work for it. Like
Self-accountability.
Yeah, self-accountability, stuff like that.
Okay, and Reese?
I think it's helped us not only like physically, just getting us in shape,
Mhm.
maybe for some more physical taxing jobs, maybe, but mentally, just the self accountability. Maybe just you have to work hard. Like you have to put in the effort to actually get good outputs in life.
Okay, and you?
The responsibility, like, it makes a man. So coming to practice early, you know, being early is on time, and being on time is being late. So that kind of stuff can go real good for you in the real world.
That is so true. Well, thank you all again, and the best of luck to you gentlemen and coach, and I hope to see you guys in the playoffs.
Thank you,
Thank
Chris.
you.
Thank you.